to Origami Canada. Today I'll be teaching you how to make a lovely little dragon, as you can see here. And we're gonna get started. So what we need is a square sheet of paper, and first we need to do a square base. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So we want to fold the paper diagonally in half, like this. Make sure the corners are sharp. We're going to open the paper and do it over here as well to make a cross in the middle, like so. Then we're going to turn to the back, and we're going to fold the paper in half horizontally and vertically. Again, twice, like a cross in the middle. Like so. And once we open it, we have all the creases we need to make a square base. So what we do is just simply bring in the corners like this and flatten the top. So after we have the square base, we're going to do this crane base on one side. And what I mean by that is have the open end towards yourself, fold these edges towards the middle line, like so. Sharpen it with your nails. Make the creases, open it, and you have two lines here. Now we're going to take one flap of this, fold it up beside these 2 points, or right on these 2 points, like this, and bring in the sides from the creases you just made. If you guys made a crane before, then you should be familiar with this process. And it will look like this. So now we turn to the back. And we have two flaps here from the square base. We're going to fold top edges this time towards the middle. Sharpen it with your nails again. Going to open them. Open one of the sides and flatten it with the crease that you just made. So bring this flap over, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. And flip this over, you should get this kind of a shape. So now what you want to do is keep this flap over like this. We're going to fold the bottom two edges towards the middle line. Like so. Open it. Again, similar to the crane base earlier, you're gonna fold up this flap between these 2 points and tuck in the sides. And the tip should be a sharp angle. Like this. And then we want to fold this flap down. Now we bring this flap over and do the same thing on this side. Fold the edges towards the middle. And fold up this flap, bring in the sides to form this angle over here. So it should look like this, and we're going to fold this down again and bring it over. So the model would look like this right now. So now what we do is this big triangle, we want to fold it down like this. And then by folding that down, we had an intersection point between this line and the vertical line. So there's an intersection point here. I want to take one flap, fold it right on that intersection point, like this. Use your nails to make the crease. Lower it, and we're going to line up this edge with that line and this edge with that line. So make two creases again. Again, they're crossing creases, like this. So one crease and two creases. And now what we do is we squeeze the end in half and bring the two creases together like this. This is what we call a rabbit ear fold. And then that line we made, we just want to fold it backwards like this. And then we want to hide this bit through between these flaps, basically. Just hide it like that. And now imagine there is a line connecting this point to that point, and we want to fold up a crease such that like the base of the triangle is lined up on that line. So if you imagine an imaginary line from here to here, and this base should kind of lie on it, and fold up this part. Then from the inside, like this, we should fold up this flap from this point to this point. So like this, and same thing on the other side, like this. So the model should look like this right now. Now we want to just fold the model in half, like this, and we're gonna flatten it real good because I know it gets a little bit thick now, but it should look like this. Now we're going to take the side with the little part sticking out. We're going to line it up with the middle like this. Take two flaps over here. There's two layers. Take two layers with you, and the third layer should just lie flat like this, and you want to push the corner back like this. So the structure looks like this. And we're going to show you the back again. So line up this edge towards the middle line. So let's take these two layers first. This one, just let it go natural, and then lay the corner flat like that. So the model will look like this, and you probably guessed that these are the wings. So let's make them look more like the wings. Do you see this crease here? We're going to take one layer over here, fold on that crease, bring this whole thing down, keeping the top horizontal, so just lining it up with this, and then flatten it. So it will look like this. And then we want to fold this part diagonally up, and you'll kind of feel it because this part will get flattened. So like this, it just went from here to here. Same thing on the other side. This line over here, connecting from this point to this corner, we're just going to take one layer on the back, fold it down like this, flatten it while the top being on the same line as this ridge. Flatten it, and then just fold it up, making sure this part is flat and that the top is untouched. Get something like this right now. And now we're going to fold this back on both sides, and we're going to make a triangle from the end of this line, just a triangle that looks like this, a right angle isosceles triangle. Same thing on this side. Fold a triangle down like this, and then we're going to do the reverse fold for each triangle. So open this layer and fold it inside. Same thing on this side. Yeah, so the model looks like this right now. Now we want to open up the middle line, fold a ridge up from the base first of this part. So fold it up like this and then fold it down. And this part should touch the top bit here, like so. And we want to hide it below this little part that we pushed in, and also behind this little corner here. So behind two of them. Same thing here. So behind this and also behind this little corner. So we're gonna move the corner up actually. Yeah, like that. And then in between these two. So I'll show you what I mean. So behind this corner and between these two. Same thing here. And then we want to fold it in half. And we're going to fold up the wings like what I did before. Like this. Model looks like this right now. And this will be the hind leg. So what we do is we fold up an edge like this while flattening the leg like this. So I went from here to here just to make the leg pointy. Same thing on this side. Fold up this part, make a triangle on the leg, and then extend it to the end of the tail. And what we want to do with this is hide this line behind. So we grab the corner, we put this part in at the back basically, and then we refold it so it should look like this now. I want to just hide that ridge. And you can watch this part many times if you're confused. And I'll show you again on the back. So we had this. What you want to do is grab the tail and just fold this part inside basically. So push that. After we fold it down, we have an angle. Just push that inside completely, flatten it, and recreate that fold just the other way. So after we completed that step, it should look like this. And let's go to the top again. Let's make some just ridges for the tail. So we can do a down, up fold like this. So a mountain fold, a valley fold. Make them really small so your tail will look like a tail. Mountain fold, valley fold. And then let's fold it in half again with those creases, with those folds. And your tail will look like this. Looks like really like a dragon tail, right? So now the tail part is done. Now let's deal with the head. So the head looks like this, and there's 3 layers at the back of the head. And we're gonna pull the outside one out. Be careful not to rip your paper. Flatten it, same thing on the back. Take one flap, take it out, and flatten it. And now what we do is we do one fold like this, just flat with this horizontal line, and then we fold it up this corner from this corner and lining this edge up with this edge. Let's open it back to that, and we do the double reverse fold. We fold this bit down, and then we fold these 2 up again to line it up with the top, just from the creases you made earlier. So we get something like this. And do you see that vertical line here? It's a crease that you had before. We want to push this over and bring up these layers to make the little corners like this. More precisely like this. So we're gonna flatten a triangle. Again, bring this thing over, bring this over, and then you're gonna push it up with a triangle. Like this. Now what we want to do is we want to deal with the front, the hands, I guess, of the dragon. So we want to fold them backwards like this, and then fold them forward again, just not like this way, but a bit smaller, downwards, like this. And same thing here. We're gonna fold it downwards like this. And we're gonna do the rabbit ear again. Remember what we did? So basically we squeeze the end of this corner here, and then we fold in this part as well. So we squeeze both sides of these creases. And then when we reform this, the hand will be basically thinner than before, as you can see. On the back, the same thing. So we open it, we squeeze the end like this, and then we fold it down again. See how it's considerably thinner than before? That's the front claw, or hands if you want to call them. Over here, these two. And now let's finish off with the head. So we're gonna go to the bottom of the head, And from this middle point and this corner, we're going to make a mountain fold like this. Same thing on the other side. So from here to here, make a mountain fold. So fold backwards basically. And then you can see that the head is pretty much going to be rotated up like this. So before it was flat like this, all we did was we rotated it up with those mountain folds. And so we want to fold inside the next now, these triangles here. Just fold it in to make it thin like this. Same thing on the other side. Try to make them the same on both sides, as you can see here. And the mouth is a little bit sharp, so we're going to go to the bottom of it, fold inside an edge, and fold the little corner back out to basically let it become the bottom lip. Like this. Squeeze it and then close it up. See? Becomes a bottom part of the mouth. And for the thorns, we can just squeeze them like another rabbit ear backwards. Squeeze them like this and squeeze them like this for the shaping. So for the forearms, you can also do a mini rabbit ear at the bottom and then fold them forward like this. Same thing on this side. Squeeze it back and then fold it forward like this. Legs, the same thing. You can do mini rabbit ear or just kind of squeeze the whole thing to make it thinner. And let's deal with the wings. So imagine there is a line from here to here and we're going to fold this part backwards. So do a mountain fold from this point to this end point. Like this. Just fold it in. Same thing here. So we want to get rid of this corner. Make this whole part flat basically. Like this. And now we want to fold a crease right on that edge we just created. So fold it up like this. And then with that top point, we're going to fold down however much you like. Fold up again, fold down again, and finally fold up again. Remember, everything has to make this corner sharp. And you'll see why in a sec. Make this corner sharp, okay? All of your creases should be based on this corner. Also this side. Line it up with this edge. Fold back, fold over, fold back. Again, based on this corner here. So make sure this top corner is sharp. Fold over, fold back. Like this. And when we open it, you'll see how the dragon wing shape forms. And everything is centered here. And that is why I asked you to do that. Same thing on this side. And now we can also squeeze the wings back a little bit to make it look prettier. Like this. Make a little curve on the back here of the wing. And there we go. A dragon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.